Hey, welcome to the world of BYD. My name is Christian and I'm here to show you around your new SEALION 6. Firstly, congratulations. The SEALION 6 is a comfortable mid-size SUV that's versatile and efficient. Great choice, and I'm sure you're going to have a great time with it. In this session, we're going to be going through everything you need to get started for your first drive. I want to make sure this process is as easy as possible for you, so I've created chapters enabling you to search for any of the sections in this guide easily. There's going to be some features we won't go through, but you'll be able to find some of them in other videos on the channel. Let's start with your smart key. You can lock or unlock your SEALION 6 using the top two buttons. Fun tip, if you hold these buttons down, you can open or close your windows. In your settings, you've also got the option to have your windows automatically close when you lock your vehicle every time if you prefer. Double press the third button to open the boot. If your SEALION 6 has a one-touch open boot, it will open all the way. You can stop at any time by double pressing it again. Then do it again one more time to close the boot. Again, this depends on which variant you have. Alright, now back to the key. The button at the very bottom, hold this to turn on or off your vehicle, including your AC, which is great for preconditioning your car. Use this to warm your vehicle before you get in during winter or to pre-cool in summer. Your smart key also has an openable section at the bottom, which gives you access to the physical key. Use this like you would a traditional key. Still with me? Alright, let's move on to an important aspect of owning your SEALION 6, charging. Your charging port is located on the right side of your SEALION 6, opposite your fuel port, which is on the left. There are two types of charging available. AC charging uses the top section of the port and it's a little bit slower than its counterpart, DC charging. The rubber port caps help keep them safe from dirt and dust when you're not using them. To charge your vehicle, first unlock your car and press the charging port in to open it. This is what an AC charging cable looks like. When you start charging, your dashboard will display some important information about the charge, such as an estimate on how much time before fully charged and how fast your car is charging. When you're finished, unlock your car again, unplug the cable, and don't forget to put your caps back on and close the port. Your SEALION 6 comes with a slow AC charger, which you can plug into a power point, as well as a V2L cable, which is a super useful feature when you need mobile power. V2L stands for vehicle to load, and it turns your SEALION 6's blade battery into a giant power bank, meaning you can use anything that requires power anywhere. Great for camping or during a blackout. Plug the cable in like you would to charge your car, except now your car will discharge when you turn the power board on. Similarly to when charging, your dashboard will give you information such as how much time you've got left to use V2L. To end this process, unlock your vehicle and unplug. Again, don't forget to put the caps back on and close the port. Your seating position is important for comfort and minimizing fatigue. Let's get you into a position that suits you. To the right of your seat, you'll find these controls. Let's firstly adjust your backrest to the right angle using this lever here. This one lets you move your seat forwards or backwards. Pulling the same lever at the back up or down changes the height of your seat. Now, let's move on to adjusting the steering wheel position. There's a lever just underneath the steering wheel. Pull it down and adjust the wheel to how you'd like it. Then push the lever back into place. You might find that adjusting the steering wheel means you'll need to slightly readjust your seat again. Find a good combination of all of these controls to find positions of everything that suit you the best. Next up, we've got your mirrors. Get these right for good visibility. Let's start with your rear view up top. This is a classic manual adjustment. For your side view mirrors, find the control panel on your right. Firstly, select the mirror you want to adjust. Then use the directional controls to get them just right. Both side view mirrors have blind spot detection. If someone's in your blind spot, the yellow triangle will light up. If you indicate to change lane and there's someone there, the triangle will flash and your car will let you know that it might not be such a good idea. The button at the very top is a nifty little feature that enables you to fold the mirrors in, but keep in mind this will happen automatically when you lock your car. This may depend on the variant of vehicle that you have. Finally, just underneath your mirror control panel is where you can easily lock or unlock your car and control your windows. Depending on your Sea-Line 6 variant, you may have a sunroof. Use this control panel here to open and close the sunroof. Alright, now let me take you through to your steering wheel controls. There's quite a few functions here, so I'll take you through the ones you'll likely use the most. Let's start with your cruise control. To activate adaptive cruise control, press this button here. This button will set a speed limit. You can then use the toggle to change your cruising speed up or down. Your Sea-Line 6 will now maintain a certain distance from the vehicle ahead. These buttons here can increase or decrease that distance. The button here rotates your touchscreen, which you can also do from the touchscreen itself. You can also turn Intelligent Cruise Control on in your settings, which will not only maintain a safe distance from the car in front of you, but will also keep you centered in the lane. The next button is your 360-degree camera. You'll be able to see on the touchscreen everything around your vehicle, making it super easy to park or navigate tight spaces. There are some options on the touchscreen here for you to change which camera to focus on to give you even more visibility. Now moving to the right side of the steering wheel, let's talk about the voice command button. Press it once to enable voice commands such as change the AC temperature or open a specific window. You can also hold this button while connected to CarPlay to activate Siri. The next button will answer a phone call or take you to make a phone call, and the next button will hang up those phone calls. You can also use this button to change what will display on your dashboard. Now let's explore your multimedia controls. You can skip forward a track or radio station as well as go back. In the middle here is your volume slider, which you can also press to mute. The mode button switches input between radio, DAB, Bluetooth, or Spotify, for example. Now let's take a look at your wiper stalk. Push up once for auto wipers, up again for low speed, and to the top for high speed. Pull it towards you to clean your windshield. You can enable or disable the auto wipers in your settings if you prefer a more traditional interval timing. Twisting will increase the interval speed or the auto wiper speed. To the right of your steering wheel, you have your indicator stalk. Twist once for your auto headlights that will detect when they need to be on. Twist again for your position or parking lights. Twist again for low beams, and push it forwards to activate your high beams, which is indicated by a blue light on your dash. Pull it towards you to go back to your low beams. Press it up to indicate left, and down to indicate right. If you forget and you're new to driving, just remember it's in the direction that your wheel will be turning. Alrighty, now let's take a look at your center console. Let's start at the start. With your foot on the brake, pressing the start-stop button will turn your car on. Press it again anytime to turn your car off. The next important part is your gear selector. There's a button here for park. Now to select drive, neutral, or reverse, you'll need to have your foot on the brake for safety. Pull the lever towards you for drive or push it backwards for reverse. You can hold it in the middle to get to neutral. Now let's talk about your EV/HEV switch. Your Sea-Line 6 is pretty special. You can drive it as an EV to really save money on fuel. Plug it in and keep it topped up so you can always get that smooth and comfortable EV drive. Switch over to HEV mode when you're planning to go further, ensuring the electricity and petrol work in unison to give you the furthest range possible. It's recommended that you drive the first 2,000 kilometers in HEV Eco mode as a break-in period for your engine. You can also choose to keep a certain percentage of battery. This is great if you know you're going to need it, say on a job site or at the campsite. In your energy settings, turn on Save, then select how much battery you want your Sea-Line 6 to keep ready. You can also turn on Save Mode Memory to have your Sea-Line 6 remember this setting. Otherwise, Save Mode will default to off. To the left of your Start-Stop button are your driving modes. You can cycle through them depending on what type of driving you want to do. For a bit more power, go to Sport, or to conserve some energy, drive on Eco. Normal is balanced, and Snow is for those of you living in areas that gets pretty chilly. Okay, now let's delve further into your air conditioning settings, or AC. If you ever want to really quickly adjust your AC without talking to your car, on your touchscreen at any time, you can use 3 fingers, swiping left and right for intensity and up and down for temperature. Really easy way to set the perfect temperature. Okay, so in your AC settings, the first button up here on the right turns your AC on or off. Then you can change the temperature by pressing up or down. Tapping on Dual allows you to control the passenger AC separately. The button on the top left will turn on your fans only. You can adjust intensity at the bottom. This button here turns your heating or cooling back on. The max button is the fastest possible way to cool down your car. Depending on your SEALION 6 variant, you might also have the seat heating and ventilation section you can select from the right-hand side. This example only has ventilation. Tap the vent or heating button for either front seat to cycle through intensity. Don't forget, you can also control your AC by using the voice command button or by saying, "Hi BYD." Your SEALION 6 has classic physical vent moving capabilities in the back, allowing you to easily aim them where you want. Alright, so we've spoken a bit about functions in the touchscreen. Now I want to focus on what your touchscreen can do. First, let me show you how to access your swipe down menu. Simply swipe down from the top to access a bunch of different controls you might use often, such as screen brightness for your touchscreen or for your dashboard. From your swipe down menu, you can also connect your phone to your car via Bluetooth or your car to your phone via Wi-Fi. Now let's go through everything you can see on your home page. The first button at the bottom left turns your display on or off. The next button along does split screen. Keep in mind, this only works with particular apps and won't work with CarPlay. The next button rotates your display as we've spoken about before. Then the square will take you to all of your apps that are open currently. The home button takes you to home, and the last button down here takes you back to the previous app you were using. You can select up to 3 applications to pin to your home screen. You can do this by pressing, holding, and dragging on a pinned app. Here you can see we have navigation, Spotify, and the radio. Swiping beyond this screen takes you to where all of your other apps live. The very top of your touchscreen shows you information such as time, air quality, and current elevation. This section here allows you to quickly adjust your AC settings. Here you can swipe to quickly change temperature or change the direction of airflow. The Themes application allows you to personalize your car with different color schemes, and you can rearrange applications by tapping and holding, then dragging them to where you want. Speaking of personalization, in your settings, under Vehicle Settings and Lights, you can change the ambient lighting. Choose different colors, brightness, as well as where you want the ambient lighting to be. Dynamic lighting morphs between colors. Choose one that suits you. You can also have your ambient lights change based on the current song. Now let's move to your dashboard. The left side of your dashboard shows your current energy output in kilowatts. The right side shows your current speed and the speed limit. Bottom right shows you the odometer. You can cycle through your trips A or B by pressing in on the end of the indicator stalk. Hold it to reset your odometer. Up the top, you have information such as the time, EV or HEV mode, what gear you're in, what driving mode you're in, what direction you're facing, as well as the current outside temperature. This section here is contextual and will display, for example, what song you're listening to. The bottom has your current state of charge, or SOC, which is how much battery you have remaining. And on the right side here, you can see your remaining petrol as well as the remaining distance. And that's it. One final note, I would love to show you how to use the BYD app and your digital keys. I've made a separate video for you to explore these wonderful features. Thanks so much for learning with me. I know you're going to love your new SEALION 6. Take care, and I hope to see you again soon.